Today, we're talking about soldier flies, black soldier flies. This is what they look like. Just flew away. That's looks like a wasp, but it's a black soldier fly. And this is our black soldier fly system. It's very simple. It's small. We're going to make it larger, but this is just like a little big box plastic tub we had for storage. And it's in our shed, so it's not climate controlled. It kind of controls its own temperature. That's how they work. They don't metabolize any of their energy into heat, but the act of their composting itself regulates the heat. So this bin can actually get pretty warm. So this is what we harvest out of this. This is black soldier fly larvae, and they harvest themselves when they're ready. They turn dark. This one has been poured from this tub into the container, so I don't have there's not debris or anything in here because they self-harvest. They crawl out when they're ready to pupate. So this is the larvae form ready to pupate. They kind of harden off and get a hard shell. So in here, this is a little graphic, but we've got a chicken. They're digesting a chicken right now. They're eating that guy. And some old potatoes that we dug, some little green ones that were yucky. Their main food base is just kitchen scraps, and this is some soaked grain that we do. This is oats and Milo, and this actually has some corn in it. We got a mistake at the feed store the other day that had corn, so we'll run it. Typically avoid corn, just for our own preferences. I don't support a lot of corn or GMO corn in feeds with the aflatoxins and things like that with our animals, but it is what it is. We had it. It'll run through their digestion before it gets to the chicken digestion, so I feel like we're going to demolish a lot of unnatural things in it. These guys are really wild at what they can do with their digestion. As far as a biomass conversion, what they consume, 80% of it is converted into their body weight because they don't metabolize any energy for heat. It's all for growth. So this chicken will be reduced to bones in about 2 or 3 days with as many flies as we have in here now. And when they're done in here, they start to harden off like this little dark one. And he will climb up the side of this. Usually there's some on the side. I've already had it open today, so they've kind of fallen off. But usually you'll see them on the edge like this. They climb up and they fall in over here. And this side is where they're harvested. There's probably a ½ pound up under this tub where they're looking for dark to pupate. And then the white maggots in there, that's a few housefly maggots. But the soldier flies outcompete them pretty well, so you don't get a lot of flies with this system when it's up and running. It's a little hot for them too, so the heat helps regulate that. So and the soldier fly metabolizing everything in the composting bacteria that's happening in here really create its own heat. So a good system will warm itself, and that will drive out a lot of the fly maggots. So anyway, we get a few in there. They're just fine as well into the system. They actually are pretty sterile. The good thing about the black soldier flies is the bacteria on them and the enzymes that they excrete get rid of a lot of pathogenic things like salmonella and E. coli and things that could be in a dead chicken. So they do a really good job of cleaning up, and their bodies are fairly clean and pathogen bacteria free, with lots of good digestive bacteria for the chickens. But as a base, these black soldier flies are 40% protein by volume, 10% fat, and 5% calcium by dry weight. So a great addition to your chicken food. Very expensive if you go to buy it at the store. So a little system like this can produce 1 pound to 2 pounds every other day. Really, we harvest about this, and this is right about 1 pound of soldier flies. And that's put into a refrigerator, stabilized, and then we can dehydrate them at a low heat and really make them shelf stable, or just keep cycling through your stock and feeding your chickens this way. So this is Charles at Wells Farm talking soldier flies and black soldier fly larvae.